Right, got a SCX6 and a bunch of freight that came in from Christmas today. So we got some Trio wheels, Beadlocks, 2.9s.
Super cool looking.
Very cool. They're the H type. If you don't know what that is, it's got the center like so, where the standard Beadlock is just smooth. So if you're looking for some of these and you're not sure if you got an H type or standard, you want the center of the wheel to look like this one versus the standard that is smooth. Got some Swampers, 2.9 for the SCX. What else we got in the pile here? We got a Indius RC 2500 servo to go in it, direct power. So to start off with, we're just going to use the plug-in, make it real simple. One wire to the receiver, one wire to the red plug-in on the battery. Later on we'll solder the reds on, but not for now. We got Trio, some purple knuckles to replace the plastic knuckles on the axle, which are prone to break. These are aluminum and go right along with those wheels we just showed you. A little later, we've got a servo on axle mount. So this rig later on is going to get a hardcore RC 4-link kit. Take the panhard off and then put the servo onto the axle and 4-link it. So, but for now it's going to run the panhard.
And that servo on axle mount is from G-Speed.
Yep.
I think G-Speed chassis, right?
G-Speed is the servo on axle mount, which ideally is made to go with their G-Speed chassis, carbon fiber.
Yep.
And the hardcore RC makes the links to go to that servo and axle mount and their chassis specifically.
Which will probably end up getting that chassis. It's the carbon rails through G-Speed. We'll probably end up getting those as well.
Supposedly you can't put the force link on the factory chassis, but our impatience might find out before the chassis gets here.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime,
I think chassis is on back order, right? Or it's
chassis,
on unavailable
skid,
right now.
and sliders are all on back order as of yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and start mounting the beadlock wheels on these tires. So first step is I like to just use some soap and just do a little spray around the beads. Helps the wheel go on a little easier. Seems how I've never done these ones before, this style. So we're about to find out. All the videos I see says that they're a little bit of a pain to get in. So I'm just shoving it down in there. Pull this tire out around the outer piece of the wheel center. So we're not fighting that. And then shove it on through. Okay. And just kind of go around squeezing the tire like this, which will pull the foam in to the inside of the wheel center. So you're not going to have to help reduce having to fight that later on when you're putting the wheel on. So
We also have some, is it Three Brothers inserts? I think it's Three Brothers. They make a
3D printed inserts.
Yeah,
But
and
our impatience kicking in, and we don't want to wait.
yeah, those are. I think those are coming in a couple days. So, but we're gonna put these on.
I don't know if you can see in there at all, but you
Yeah, let me
can't
see.
see the white of the foam now. And if you noticed, I just worked around the side a few times, kind of squeezed down towards the tread so you're pulling the foam in. And otherwise when it comes time to put the outer part of the beadlock on, if that foam's hanging out, it makes it a little harder. So just kind of work it around.
Nice.
All right. So we need our hardware.
Right in here.
All right, my trusty camera guy over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So before we get the rest of the wheel together, we probably need to put the outer ring on. Just dump all these out for right now. get the proper size wrench. Not it.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
So we'll start, I just put them on the bit, start them by hand. Ideally, a lot of people will put blue Loctite on them. I guess I've been lucky with all the ones I've done. I haven't had any come out. These are pretty nice because compared to doing 1/9 wheels, this hardware is way bigger. Instead of using little tiny screws. So just zip around here. I'd rather do them by hand to start with than to use the tool. That way everything goes in nice and straight.
Whoa, look at those lugs. First impression of the SCX6, super fun. Servo could be better, but you know what, stock servo couldn't. Ton of lighting, which is really nice. Tail lights and headlights and pods, and that's cool. Suspension feels pretty good. It's funny, the 1/10 scale crawlers that we have the same ground clearance to the axle, even though they're so much smaller. But we also have on that Hardcore RC 4-link kit, it's also coming with high clearance links, so that'll help out a ton.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the differential clearance. The other day we were getting ready to go, and for just out of curiosity, we took the Stance VRD with 5 1/4 2 2s on it and put it side by side. Obviously this has 7-inch tall tires, and literally the center of differential to ground clearance was almost exactly the same. Obviously that's a portal versus a straight axle, but you would think with a 7-inch tall tire you expect more clearance, but the reality is no, they're pretty much equal. So when you're out driving it and you're used to a 5 1/4 portal rig, you navigate rocks and what have you so you don't hit your pumpkin, your differential, and then you drive this big tired rig and you think you can just drive over everything, then nope, you're still hitting the same rocks you were hitting with the 1/10 scale. Let me grab a bit driver real quick.
And okay.
Do these with just the driver by hand, even though it's bigger hardware. Just to push them, start them all by hand, and I'll run around with this and just kind of snug them up. Not a terrible idea, because I didn't do Loctite to check them every once in a while, but the nice part is if we ever want to replace the ring, it'll be much easier to pull the ring because the screws don't have Loctite on them. So again, hardly ever, don't know if I've ever had one lose a screw. So almost done, and we'll go shove this one in the wheel. And
oh, check out this hat we got for Christmas. See if we can. Pretty sick.
okay, move that hardware out of the way so we don't lose it. Okay, now if you remember, I sprayed that tire with soap. Well, I gotta do it again because now it's dried up. Alrighty, put the outer one in first. Just kind of with the soap on there, it just pops just like that. It just pops right on in. Makes life real simple. Now we'll go to the back. Should be the same conversation. pop in just nice and easy. Kind of keeping my fingers on the outside so I don't push it out. And you got the holes in there that you need to line up. So while you're pushing it in, you can kind of move it around. That's what that soap makes that a lot easier to do. Okay. See if I can get this lined up a little bit better here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this other wheel, put it on the bottom side there. That way I can set it down on there. Okay. Get these screws out. Hopefully the same size bit. Yes, they are. Nice and long too. And they'll drop a few of them down the center. That'll happen. Just grab another one. Just need to get a couple started.
Just to give you an idea of what we're doing here.
Got one more end. Okay. This is the part that can get to be a little bit fun. So you're trying to squish this down. Kind of go around the outside of the bead. Make sure your tire is pulled all the way out. You can see there's a little line around the outside. And then we try get it compressed enough that we can get a bolt started. All right. Make a nice little tool that sucks this wheel together. Okay. Not liking me at the moment. Normal things that happen, so we're going to
Throw it all away.
throw
Change
it all in the
hobbies.
garbage, yeah. Donate it to Goodwill. And there's the blooper. Those are more of the same. It looks like
Got the wrong ones.
something's off. So when in doubt, okay, yep, different size. Might help if you use the proper screw. There we go. Now we'll be cooking with butter. All right. Put that wheel back there again. Matter of
Put
fact,
that paper towel on there.
I'll put that on there just because these are pretty nice. We don't need to bang them up day one. That'll be day two.
That might be in 20 minutes.
Much better. So
Look at that.
Just get one started and then go straight across or pretty close. Do the same thing and just pull them down with your fingers. Tighten up with your fingers. Then when you do the wrong screws the first time, tip it upside down, dump those back out. And then back to putting the rest in. Once you get them all in, finger tight, then you can use the driver on it and final piece. Finish this one here and seeing how it's all held together now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tip this over and look at this side and make sure that our bead is pulled. Just kind of go around like this. Make sure that it's pulled out so you don't get it all lopsided. Looks like we're pretty good. You can see when I pull it, you see that little gap with our, that's the edge of the bead. Okay, so we're all good. We'll go ahead and put the rest of the hardware in and snug her up.
It's worth mentioning we're not professionals. Professionals wouldn't have made this mistake, but that's why they get paid. And we don't.
Trust me, a local hobby shop will do the same thing. Make
Yeah.
mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not that they're not good people, but they're human.
So what else can we talk about? We got this hood latch right here. So normally on these things, I don't know if you can see, but right in there, right here, there's pins. And they're good. Nothing wrong with them. But apparently this hood latch here replaces them, and it should still hold the body on really well from what we've read, but it'll allow you to just push this in and lift the top and not have to pull these pins or worry about losing them. Or what we run into sometimes is those holes that the pins go through get some dirt in them, and then the pin doesn't want to go through as easily. So yeah, we're gonna try that out. And then NSDRC also sent us some cool stickers.
And this little tool, not that I'm a promoter from Walmart, but 20 bucks, USB rechargeable.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal for working on RCs.
Yeah, it's a Heart impact driver or whatever. Just a little tiny handheld one, and it's got a light on it, and
Yeah,
like he said, it's a rechargeable USB-C, I believe, and it's great. It's great for working on these RCs.
I just run it down. It has plenty of torque, but this big hardware. I just run it down till it basically starts to power down, and then I just go around and give a little extra.
Yeah, you want to keep doing that until you snap one, and then you know you're done.
Especially when they're not your wheels.
Yeah.
When they're yours, actually use the driver.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it's someone else's, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So the other screws that I was putting in that were wrong actually go into the rest of the hub. It comes with one. So we will swap that. And
Now, do we want to wait to do that so we can put it on the truck? Does that need to come off to be put on the truck?
oh yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So you actually want to pull that so you can put it on the truck.
yeah. Because we're so used to working on 10th scale.
They don't have that, but we do need to pull these covers off right here. And then I think it's just an axle nut behind there, and then we can pull the wheel and tire off.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it screws on too?
The thread's on.
Oh, nice. So even if you lost the screws, it's not going to just fall right out.
And for those of you that are going to watch this is literally the first time we've ever done anything with an SCX or what have you. So, yeah, we're learning ourselves. So I can go ahead and put these screws in the hub.
Oh, yeah, those little screws don't hold it in.
Correct.
Oh, wait. No. That's not true. Because
true.
no, because they go right on this little edge.
Nope.
Look at this. Or are they different? Look at
They're
that.
different.
Look at that one.
They're different.
They are? They don't go into these little edges? Because they do
Nope.
on these.
So I'll put one more in. We'll have 3 in. Here.
Okay. Hey, we'll find out.
If I'm wrong, we'll be pulling it back apart. But
Well, looks like we'll be pulling it back apart. No, we'll see.
okay, got 3 screws in there.
Let's see.
It's threaded with an O-ring so it keeps the nut clean.
Cool.
And there it is. Voila. So the other nice part of that O-ring
Oh, yeah.
is it helps
I'm
keep,
wrong. He's
helps
right.
keep your little hubcap, if you will. Keep the little hubcap tight so you don't be losing it on the trail.
Okay. So those are just aesthetic. Is that what that is? Does it do anything?
Captures your nut on your axle.
Oh, right here.
And
These right here. Hold those in. These ones look like they'll have to come off.
if you wanted, you could use some blue Loctite on these.
If you really wanted, you could do red too.
Yeah, if you ever want to take it apart, or you want to have to put heat, soldering iron, torch, something. Yeah. I would suggest blue or purple, and make a purple too, and that's even lighter than blue. But we are going to do none of the above.
You know, if we were doing it, I think we'd do purple just to match these wheels.
And one of these screws, for whatever reason, we're going to put off to the side because we got some extras.
Doesn't seem like it wants to go.
The hex on it seemed like it wanted to slip on the bit. So,
Do you have the wrong bit in there?
oh,
Okay. Just because there was those 2
Okay.
bits.
and to show a finished look, we'll throw the thread on hubcap. And there she is. All
Man,
mounted up.
I'll
Easy
tell you
peasy.
what, those things look pimp. Super cool. Let's see. Oh yeah. Real nice. I'm thinking about painting the body. I don't think we're gonna keep it this tan color. But if I remember right, the bodies are fairly inexpensive. So maybe we'll get a second one and just paint that one. This one's already got some pretty deep gashes in it.
All right, let's get these wheels off, wheels and tires. So in order to get them off, I'm gonna pull this little hub, pull these screws in here.
And it's a 2.5 size.
Once we get the hubcap off, then we can get the wrench in there on the nut, yard this off, put a tire on, tire and wheel. I got all the other ones put together. Pretty excited to see what the difference looks like. Trio purple wheels and big old swampers. It looks pretty today and never again. Go grind them on some rocks.
Yeah, probably will.
All right, caps off.
I've not been known to be
Hand me
nice.
the tool over there.
I've not been known to be nice to these RCs.
Okay. That is a 10 millimeter, by the way.
So the cap comes off. There is a difference on the stock wheels. Those screws do hold in this cover here, and then you pull the nut, and then the wheel and tire come right off. Easy peasy.
17 millimeter hex.
17 millimeter hex. Now on these ones,
apparently, we've been out in the dirt already.
yep, just done a little bit. But on these ones, those screws do not hold that cover in. On these wheels, those screws hold the hub in, and then that cover just screws in.
Oh, dang. We need to weigh these.
We have another one. We can weigh another one. Let's put this one on.
Thread lock. So just cause these are a little bit heavier, here's some blue Loctite, just a little dab. A dab will do.
A dab will do.
Dab will do. Start it with your fingers.
Oh, dude, that looks so sick.
Tighten her up. So much bigger than working on 10 scale. Okay. Awesome thread on cap. Makes changing wheels easy. And then just thread it in until it stops, because it'll hit the O-ring. Tighten it up. There it is.
Wow.
Sexy.
That looks really good. Okay, let's go ahead and get that weight. Dude, that looks so sick. So that's this side. Let's show that. So that's this side. I mean, just really sick. I don't know that the video does it justice. And then this is stock side.
So awesome.
Yeah. Still really cool. Stock side, still really cool. So let's weigh one of these.
Stock tire, hubcap, screws, the whole deal. 470 grams.
Okay.
New tire wheel. Stock foam. Oh. I gotta make sure it's zeroed. 614. So let's do that again. 476 stock. Zeroed. 614 grams. 614 grams on the new tire wheel combo versus 476 grams on the stock setup. Should
So
put a little more weight down low and
about 140 more grams, 138 per wheel and tire. Super cool.